Okay, teachers, this one is for you. If you are still committed to teaching, you haven't left yet, and you know that you can change lives, you want to change lives. And even though there are numerous things out of your control, I just want to give you some strategies when it comes to mindset, because you have to protect your mindset. You have to protect your mental health. Well, you have to protect your mental health. And by doing, and to do that, it involves changing your mindset sometimes. So these are just some strategies that you can use if you are committed to staying in teaching this year, despite all the craziness that's going on. So number one and number two are kind of very similar, but it's like celebrate the small wins. And remember that change does happen over time. You are not going to see change within students within the first day. So every single time you see a child get something or understand something or have that aha moment, or their behavior is just a little bit better that day, celebrate that. Don't focus on everything that went wrong that day. It is too easy to do that. So I want you to focus rather on any little significant aha moment that happened with the kids. And I mean, and those are going to happen all year, right? But they may not happen right away. And that leads me into the second one is in that day, every day, focus on what went right. What happened that day that was great? What happened that day that you were like, wow, that actually went better than I thought it would go? What happened? Like, did any of your kids collaborate better than they usually do? Or did something specific happen? Because it is far too easy to sit there and focus on everything that went wrong. You have to start focusing on the things that went right. That's so important. And then congratulate yourself because you did that. They were in your class when that happened. Number three, focus only on what you can control. So one thing that you might want to consider, it is going to take a little bit of your time, but is building relationships with your students, no matter what grade they're in. So actually taking some time out of either your break or before school, after school, wherever, like if they come in early or leave late, and having like specific one-on-one time with each of your students to build a relationship. Because I do find that when students feel that you're taking the time to invest in them, they are more likely to maybe want to listen to you and more likely to want to, protect you and not have you be disrespected by other students. That's what we hope anyway. That's what I've noticed. So you can let me know if that works for you. And another thing you could consider is teaching the kids, and you will probably have to lose a lesson here to do this, but teaching the kids not only breath work, which I think is incredibly important to regulate their emotions, but find a few TikToks where they talk about like acupressure points so that they can learn how to press to relieve anxiety within themselves. And there's a few TikToks on that too. So teaching the kids how to do this, how to kind of calm themselves down and regulate their emotions, it might be something that saves you in a big way later or even in that day when it happens. Um, Another thing you might want to remember is that you cannot do everything, only focus on what's important and don't feel like you have to do everything. This happened to me when I had a male colleague. Like I was partnered with a male colleague doing grade 7. And because he was teaching PE, I was teaching English. I had way more on my plate than he did. But because he's teaching PE or gym, he didn't have to do half the admin that I had to do. And I had to cover for him and do some of his work. And sometimes I wonder, like, I think I took that on as well. I said, I'll do it. Don't do that. Don't do any other work for a colleague unless that's like your best friend and you don't mind doing some work for her. But otherwise, stick to your boundaries. Don't do work for somebody else. They have to do their job. That's just how it is. Focus on what's important and do that. And remember the 24-hour email rule, especially with parents. If you have a parent that emails you, you are not obligated to respond for 24 hours, and do not get into a back and forth email battle with a parent. It will take ridiculous amounts of your time. Call the parent. If it involves the child, talk to the child. I've done that before. And the parent was like, why did you talk to the child? I'm like, but it actually helped because the parent then, like, the child didn't even actually know the parent had messaged me. So it has worked when I've done that. But don't get into an email battle with a parent. Call the parent. Just do it. Just do it. It's just so much easier. And let them yell at you and say nothing, because sometimes that's all they want to do is just get their thoughts out on the table. And then as soon as they're done, be like, okay, I can appreciate how you're feeling, and then decide how you're going to proceed forward with the conversation. And then lastly, to help boost your mental health a little bit, always, always, always have a file of parent emails where they said you did a great job. Any child gives you something that they love you, or you did a great job, or they love you as a teacher, you take a picture of that or you file it away. You have a specific file either on your computer or a physical copy of things if you want to print the email, and you put it all in a box and you read it when you're really having a bad day. You go through all of that, because you have to remember that as terrible as a lot of the like kids and parents are these days, there are some amazing parents and there are some amazing kids. And those are the ones you want to focus on. Those are the ones you want to remember, that those are the lives you are changing. Okay. Um, and I just hope everything's okay. And if there's anything specific you want me to cover in a video for teacher mindset, or helping teachers get through this year, helping teachers get through this career, please let me know. And most importantly, I have a podcast where I'm always looking for teachers to interview. And if you would like to be on my podcast, yeah, just regular teachers, anybody in education, I would love to speak to you. So please, yeah, drop me a message, and I'll put my email and everything in the link below. And subscribe if you like this video, or you have any tips or tricks that you want to share, please do. I'm sending you so much light, love, and laughter for the year ahead. Bye.